Hi there, my name is John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we're part of the ELCA, and welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text and we tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree. This is for the narrative lectionary, 19th Sunday after Pentecost, and we're looking at the calling of Samuel. Lots of ways you can go on this. That you can talk about use the cell phone, about actually calling, focusing on that. Different ways that you might talk about how are we called. But the direction I am going is there's a verse in there that God says the house of Israel, something like this, that the house of Israel's ears will tingle. This idea that God is up to something, God is working, God is doing, and we get this phrase, you might have heard it, oh, your ears must have been burning as someone's talking about you across the country, across the world. And so I want to really focus on this idea that God cares about us, God talks about us, God pays attention to us, and how that is a wonderful thing. And the item I'm using, I don't think it's strange, but the item I'm going to use is baby lotion. But the reason I'm using it is because I like this towel image. And the towel image is like when I get out of a shower, when I get out of the bath, or when my kids would get out of the bath, and I would take that towel and I'd wrap it around them, they would shiver and they would get goosebumps as they would feel the cold, the goosebump, but something was happening, and they would shiver, and then we would dry them off and all that. But the care and attentiveness that was put upon them, but that goosebumps, that idea that something is going on, but you can't really put your finger on it. Well, you could with a goosebump, but you put your finger on it. Thinking when you hear a song and it causes the hairs in the back of your neck to stand up, when there's something amazing happening, and you just know it. There are times when we're praying, we just get a sense that the Spirit is present in a particularly special way. And that doesn't always happen, but there are those times where we just pay attention and we just notice. Another focus, another way of talking about it is talking to the kids about one of their favorite friends or their favorite relatives. And for me, Ma, my grandmother, when I would see Ma, I would have a reaction that was wonderful, and it touched my heart in a special way. And to think about when God pays attention to us, and so that's where I'm going with this. I'm going with this idea about focusing on the ears tingling, that we know that God is paying attention to us, and what are ways that we might help the world realize that God loves and cares and embraces them with that same love. So hope some of this can be useful for your own springboard for your children's sermon as you plan it for this coming week. And as always, thanks for stopping by, and I do hope you have a fantastic week.